Our next category of primitive data types are floating point, real floating point type, floating point types. So let's have a table here. First one is going to be data type, and the next one is going to be size, and we will have range and precision. So the first data type is float. Float is or has a size of 4 bytes, and the largest value we can store is up to plus, the largest or smallest value is plus or minus 3.4 to the power of 38, and the smallest positive range is 1.2 e to the power of minus 38. Its precision is 6 digit. That is, after the decimal point, you can have a precision value of 6 digit. The next one is a double data type, which is 8 bytes, and its range is plus or minus 1.7 e to the power of 308 to the exponent of 10. E to the power of 308 means 10 to the power of 308. That is, to be clear, this means plus or minus 1.7 times 10 to the power of 308, and its precision value is 15 digit after the decimal point. And the last one is a long double, which is the largest floating point number. It's 10 bytes. Again, this one is plus minus 1.1 e to the power of e plus, so don't forget there is a plus over here. That is 4,932. That's the largest number, floating point number. And I forgot to mention the minimum value for my double data type, which is 2.3 e minus 308, and for our long double, the minimum value is 3.4 e minus 4932 to the power of 4932, and it has a precision value of, which is after the decimal point, it can hold 19 digits. This is a very huge number. And to create a floating point variable, just like any data type, we can specify the data type name, float, then we have to give it the variable name, my float, and let's say we assign it the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. And for a double, you say my double, and we can assign it the value 45.34567889. Just like that. Says the maximum digit after the decimal point is 15. For a long double, again, this is a very large, my long double, a large floating point number, say 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just like that. You can save this. Forgot to put a semicolon here, and you can save it, and let's compile it and see if I'm getting an error for this large numbers. Nope. Let's print them. So to print a floating point number, we can use the same thing that we did for our integer numbers. We can use a format specifier. For this, let's say float, and the format specifier is f, and let me add a new line, and my float, and we can save this, compile it, and run it. As you can see, I do see the floating point number value printed here. But let's say I want to, I don't want 6 digit after the decimal point. I want only 2 digit. For that, we can use a dot after the percent sign. We can use dot and the number of digit that we want. For example, I want 2. I can specify 2 here. Let's compile it, run it. As you can see, the number of digits is changed. After it's rounding it to 7, it only added 2 digits. We can also add a number before the dot. Let's say I want a space or 3 space before I print the floating point number. I can add 3.2 f. Let's save this. As you can see, now we only have 1 space here, but when I compile it and run it, I didn't see any change. Let me increase the space size, say 6. Again, I don't see any change in here. Maybe it's because I'm using what is called a built-in command prompt. Let me go to the original command prompt, cd to the desktop, and learn, cd to learn, c, ls. Let me compile this. Let me run it. Again, there's no effect on using that number before the dot, but this works perfectly on a Linux system. Again, continuing our printf function output. Let's copy this first and try to print my double. Double is going to be my double. Because my double is a large number, we need to use a different format specifier. So that is LF, caps lock LF, then compile and run it. As you can see, we have the correct result. Similarly, we can change the size of the precision value by adding .2 before LF. And we can do the same thing for long double. It uses the same format specifier. I think this is too long. Again, that is too long. Unfortunately, long double is not working on my system, so maybe it's not supported in my system. But if it is supported on your system, you can use LF as a format specifier to print long double.